Hey everybody, it's Dr. Lori. So, I'm going to talk to you today about the 10 ways that you can naturally treat asthma. So, I've been wanting to do this topic for a while and decided that today was a good day to do it. The reason it's so important to me is because I was diagnosed with asthma when I was 6 years old and have had this condition my entire life. And so I wish I'd have known then what I know now, but I'm giving you this wisdom. So if you suffer from asthma or if you have a child that suffers from asthma, some of these may be really good options for you to try. For asthma symptoms, I would not encourage you to stop taking your medications. By no means work with a practitioner, somebody very skilled in the medications that you're using, so that you don't put yourself into danger. Albuterol inhalers can be very beneficial in times of need, but some of these can actually help with symptomology. They can also help if you are not quite as severe, to help you not have to use your inhalers for rescue as often, and maybe even help you decrease the doses of some of your medicines, which I was able to do, just so that I'm on a very low dose controlling medication as my daily regimen. So 10 things that you can do naturally to help ease your asthma. So number one is weight loss. So if you are obese, obesity has been linked to asthma. It makes it harder to breathe, especially when you lay down. So the more weight you're carrying around, the harder it's going to be for you to breathe. Also, women who have been pregnant probably have noticed this as well. When you've got the baby pushing up on your diaphragm, it makes it extremely hard to breathe. And so these are challenges that you can face. Now, when you're pregnant, there's not much you can do until the baby's born. But if you are obese and carrying around some extra weight, the best thing for you to do is find somebody who can help you work on the weight loss, because this is going to help ease your breathing. That's number one. Number two is food elimination. So we have been finding in research that there's a huge link of having food intolerances and actual allergies to foods that are contributing to asthmatic symptoms. Now, this is a whole another topic for another video, but we'll just summarize it for you. Some of the key foods that cause a lot of issues for asthmatics: grains, including gluten products. So wheat is notorious for asthmatics for causing breathing symptoms and allergic symptoms. You'll also see that some people suffer from other grains in that category. You also have dairy products. Now, dairy is very mucus forming, and so any forms of dairy is really hard for especially children. If you've got a child, you should try dairy elimination if they suffer a lot from breathing issues and allergy issues. If you've had to have tubes put in their ears, this is highly linked to dairy allergy. So just know that. Some of the other foods too, soy. Soy is really bad for a lot of people who are highly allergic. They can have a lot of issues with soy. And corn is one of those that can cause a lot of issues. Sugar, of course, can cause a lot of issues because it causes a lot of bacterial infections, and where you'll find that asthmatics have a tendency to get sick more often. And so you want to cut out sugar. That'll help you with the elimination part of helping with ease your symptoms of your asthma. When I went to asthma camp, the first thing they cut out for us was soda. So they wouldn't let us have soda when I was a kid at asthma camp at Triangle Y in Garrison Lake in North Dakota. And so they kind of taught us that, and that was way back in the early 80s. And so they knew that there was a lot of things that were causing, especially, which is number three, is the food additives. And so if you are asthmatic, cut out anything that has a label on it. So you should be eating whole, real foods as much as you can. If you have a child with asthma, give them whole, real foods as much as you can. If it has a label on it with tons of ingredients you can't pronounce, don't feed it to your children. Don't eat it. Don't consume it, drink it, because it could be contributing to your asthma symptoms. Highly implicatable on this list is food dyes. So if you take a look at some of the labels, you'll see yellow food dyes, red food dyes, caramel colorings. Those are really tough. Mountain Dew is one of the worst for a lot of people who suffer from asthma because of the food coloring. So watch for the food colorings. If you're going to consume some kind of liquids, make sure they're all natural and do not have a bunch of food colorings in them. And then also the food products. Be careful with foods that have MSG. Now MSG has over 40 different labels that it's names that it's hidden under on the label. So you've got to be really extremely proficient at finding the names. It's monosodium glutamate. Anything with glutamate is something that you should pay attention to. MSG is really, it has been known for years and years and years to cause bronchospasms in people who have asthma. Even people who don't have asthma have a bronchospasm from MSG. Chinese food. So when you go out, you can always order your food, ask them to do it MSG free. You might pay extra, but it's definitely worth it. And nitrates and nitrites in foods. Sulfates. Some people have sulfate allergies that cause some bronchoconstriction as well, problems with breathing. Adults, if that happens to you when you're drinking wine, red wine and different wines have sulfates in them, and so that can cause issues. Processed meats contain nitrates. Nitrites can cause bronchospasm as well. So these are some foods that you can eliminate that might help ease some of your asthma symptoms. That will help you along. Number 3, try deep breathing exercises. Meditation and calming yourself down is really important when you're trying to help with your asthma. So if you find yourself in a situation to where you find yourself breathing and struggling to breathe, it's really important to find a way to count and get yourself down to where you can breathe really, really calmly and deep breathing. And so the best thing to do is basically inhale for a count of 5 and do a slow count of 5, and then exhale for a count of 5 and do it as a very slow count of 5. And do that several times and just try to get your breathing slowed down, because even naturally, if you can get your brain thought to where you're actually thinking about breathing rather than letting your body control the breathing, you actually can control the breathing episode and also the bronchospasm. And so I've done this at the gym where I had a really rough day and I exercised too hard and I hit that point where I hit a wall and my lungs seized up. And this was just last year, so I'm very familiar with it. And I went outside and I did a deep breathing exercise where I just took some time to breathe in and breathe out for several repetitions. So do this as much as you can. If you find yourself feeling tight in your chest, go ahead and do some deep breathing exercises. I guess we're on to number 5. So magnesium supplementation. So magnesium is amazing for relaxation of your lungs. Actually, it's amazing for relaxation of all of your body because it has over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, if you didn't know that. So most asthmatics, it's been found, are magnesium deficient. And so the best thing that you can do is take an extra additional magnesium supplementation. The upper limit of magnesium is diarrhea. So you'll know you hit your upper limit with magnesium if you get diarrhea. Some of the forms, different salt forms of magnesium have less diarrhea than others. So you'll have to kind of look around to find. I like the glycinate form the best, and I take it at nighttime because it helps me relax. But in emergency rooms, they use IV magnesium in acute asthma attacks when you come into the emergency room. So they know about this, that magnesium is one of the things that's going to really help calm you. So add extra magnesium to your supplementation above and beyond what you take in a really good high quality multivitamin. Turmeric. So if you take around 500 milligrams of turmeric a day, which is curcumin, turmeric has been shown to be very anti-inflammatory. And as you know, asthma is a disease of inflammation and bronchoconstriction. So that's basically you're inflamed and your it's the lung tightening. So it's tightening and inflammation. So turmeric will help with the inflammation phase of this. And so add turmeric. It's good for your whole body. You probably can find on the internet several different recipes for coconut milk and turmeric tea before you go to bed at night would be super beneficial for you to help ease inflammation in your lungs. Number 7, go ahead and optimize your vitamin D levels. So vitamin D levels for an asthmatic, for anybody, should be between 70 and 90 for optimal health. And so if you have yours tested, ask your doctor. You have to ask for it because they don't normally do it. Ask them to test your vitamin 25 hydroxy vitamin D levels. When you get that level back, most people have levels that are around 30. Most of my clients I've seen are right around 20 and less, and those are people who are coming to me who are very sick. A lot of cancer patients are right around 20 or less. And so if you want to have optimal health, get your vitamin D levels optimized, have it tested, know your levels. Don't just supplement blindly. Know your levels and really make sure that you're keeping on track with that. Vitamin D deficiency has been linked to asthma. And so make sure that you're taking enough. Most of my clients are on 4,000 to 5,000 international units. I use a vitamin D3 every single day to optimize them to those levels. But again, before taking that blindly, I would suggest getting your levels checked and making sure you're monitoring that with your natural medicine physician or even your regular primary care physician to try to get that level up. Number 8 is fish oil. Fish oil is a really potent anti-inflammatory. And so we use it for several different disease conditions, but it's super beneficial for people who have asthma. So I would suggest with fish oils for decreasing inflammation, you should have at a minimum a high quality, obviously free of any additives. Make sure that it isn't something that's a GMO fish or something weird like that where the source is coming from. Making sure it's really high quality fish oils that you're taking. Between 2,000 to 4,000 milligrams of fish oils every single day is about in the range that you want to be with fish oils. Number 9 is pine bark. Pine bark is pycogenol. So basically pine bark, if you do it in about 50 milligrams per day of pine bark, you're going to see that it is a potent anti-inflammatory as well. So you can see that there's kind of a trend. We want to take a lot of anti-inflammatories that are natural so that we're not taking the steroids which are wrought with side effects. And you'll see, I'll have different videos for you talking about the side effects of steroids. And finally, vitamin B6. This is my new favorite. Vitamin B6, you want to have a dose of around 200 milligrams daily. You can break that up between your lunch and your breakfast. You might want to take it at nighttime because too close to nighttime, any B vitamins might be stimulating for you. But vitamin B6 has been shown to be very beneficial for asthmatics. So I know this was long, but when you have asthma, it's worth the time to listen to this. So we're going to just summarize that really quickly for you. Number 1, lose weight. Number 2, eliminate your food intolerances and allergies. Number 3, nix the food additives that could be causing your asthma symptoms. Number 4, deep breathing exercise is super important. Number 5, add magnesium supplementation. Number 6, add turmeric to your schedule so that you can help decrease inflammation. Number 7, optimize your vitamin D3 levels and take D3 every single day. Number 8, take fish oils. Number 9, take pine bark extract. And number 10, add vitamin B6. So with that, have a blessed day. To see more and hear more, go to www.healyourselfbeautiful.com and get more wonderful tips and tricks on how to naturally take care of your health without using medications. And so have a great day.